Clubhouse shenanigans down there. That's why I shouted him out. He definitely got it.
And Clubhouse shenanigans, Clubhouse shenanigans is in the. Hold on, one mic. Clubhouse shenanigans is in the room, so this is going on YouTube. Man.
So
Wait, what?
I won't do no business with him, right? He got in his ear. You heard what Cuz said? Cuz said, you ain't your own man. No, what I said is I don't like to sign artists that's tied up in a whole lot of shit. And then unfortunately you had 600, Pee Wee, and D-Jack. Them three people that's already in front of you. It's too much going on. And then ain't no telling who else is running around out there. So, I don't want to do what I didn't like that was dumb. Why you attack Blueface? What'd he do to you? That lets you know you got some hate there. He voluntarily sent me his new number about a week or two ago. Shit, you did that. I hit the nigga and said, yo, I spoke on your name on No Jumper. Drop something. Let him hear, give him something to listen to. He missing the boat. But when you hit a nigga with the truth, they always get emotional. That truth make a nigga emotional. All that. Then what's crazy is when I reach back to the people that brought him around me, they ain't fucking with him. So, who am I? The actual 40s that brought him, had him at the studio that night. And what's crazy is these youngsters don't get it. He said, you from Paru, we don't beef. I can't respond to shit like that.
Yo.
I probably been from my neighborhood longer he been living. Nigga, just cause the nigga ain't your immediate. So you got different kind of enemies. You got enemies that just, the politics say we enemies, right? Crips, Bloods, period. That's just what that is, right? And then you got your worst enemies, the ones you feud with, the niggas on the next block around the corner, whatever that may be. Then you got your distant enemies, niggas that when y'all was at the skating rink on the other side of town, and they from Long Beach and you from over here, and a fight happened, they killed the homie, right? Then you got your internal enemies. Enemies that's from your neighborhood you don't get along with. Y'all from the same set. You got all type of different variants of enemies. So for him to say, well, yeah, you pulled up by yourself, but I mean, it was just neighborhood Crips in there. We don't beef with y'all. Nigga, I'm getting into it with one of y'all most reputable neighborhood Crips, nigga. How about that? Let's factor all these factors in. Right?
They don't look at that. They don't look at
It's
it.
fucked up because he's a kid. He ain't been nowhere. He don't understand what that meant for me to pull up for him and, the gesture of respect. Because everything about that said I wasn't supposed to be there. The politics of what's going on in the street, ain't no money on the table. It wasn't a schedule. And I really had other shit to do. But he had figured out because just because you got signed somewhere don't mean shit. If you ain't got nobody to guide you to what you need to be doing, supposed to do, you're going to be right on that shelf.
honestly, I think you put light on a nigga because did none of us know who the fuck that nigga was?
No, nobody paying that nigga no attention. But he ain't gonna say that. He gonna say he already had motion.
I didn't know who the fuck he was until you did that shit for him, Wack. I don't give a fuck. I didn't know who he was until you made that and did that, put that on your live, that you could put him on the phone with fucking Bird. I didn't know nothing about him.
I ain't nobody either.
Not one fucking.
No.
Hey, I think
Why
Uptown
did that? Then that's when I knew the nigga.
Put a 1 in the chat if y'all didn't know that. If y'all don't know who the fuck we talking about, put a 2 in the chat if y'all do. Let's see if the people know who the fuck he is. I know they don't.
Never heard of that motherfucker until Wack said his name. Give a fuck what 600 did for him. I never heard of him until Wack said his name.
Who are we talking about? X4?
Exactly.
I thought they came out with a new BMW.
Bro, I never heard about it. First time I heard about it was here.
Don't nobody know that nigga.
That's a fact, Inc.
A couple people that know who he is, but don't nobody know who the fuck he is. The people that do know who he is, y'all only know him because of Wack. Y'all didn't know him before.
Exactly. I just heard about him on the Honda stage. I never seen him in my algorithm at all.
Niggas ain't know that nigga until Wack did what he did.
Nah, I still don't know that nigga. That nigga ain't shit.